plan with me. For today's video, I thought I would share my planning process for my social media for the month. It's not quite finished, but let me show you the process and how I sort of arrive at some of the things that I've been arriving at and some of the new things that I am putting into place for this month. Let's go and have a look. So this week is all about showing you my planning process for social media content. Do I always get it done? No. And does it always stay the way I planned? Nope. So why do I actually bother? Because I like to have a plan in place to try and make my social media content meaningful, because after all, this is where we start our marketing. So the first thing I'm doing this month is going through a 365-day content calendar by Daniela on Instagram. I've recently found her and I have found her page so far to be really helpful. So there are some amazing prompts in here, especially for stories, because she does a daily story prompt and a daily post prompt. So I'm just making a note of the ideas that I'd like to try for this month. It's the first month that I'm actually trying this. So at the moment I'm just picking and choosing for now, but the stories are looking especially helpful, but I'll look at that on a day-by-day basis. I never know what to put on my stories and I don't want to bore people, so I'm actually really enjoying the fact that there are story prompts here too. So the next thing I'm going to show you is a brief Lemon Friday tour. So I briefly spoke about Lemon Friday in my last video, but let me show you around. They are specifically designed for authors by way of social media, which I have found incredibly helpful because it means that it really niches down on authors specifically. So this is a subscription service toolkit, as I said, designed especially for authors, that you get once a month. So looking at last month's toolkit, you can see the masterclass on the trust triangle. I absolutely love the masterclasses. It's probably the biggest thing I find helpful from Lemon Friday. So the masterclass is usually a half-an-hour masterclass on something specific. I really like the way that they explain so clearly, and they also give examples, and there's a workbook to go alongside it if you fancy that too. So this toolkit is split into 6 categories. It's always split into 6 categories, like content pillars, if you like. So there are photos and prompts for all of those categories, plus any special dates that are on that month. So let's take a look at an example. So not only do you get an image that you could use, you get the caption or a caption idea, and then also suggestions on photos that you could take yourself. So you also get story templates and bonuses with things like moving images, backgrounds, the workbook, etc. It really is a helpful place to at least start and move on from. So what you see me do next is actually going through this and picking out some of the things I would like to use. Now there is enough content here to have something every day from Lemon Friday, but as I said, I'm trying to mix and match some of the things that I have been finding recently. So I do try and stick to the 6 categories, but I want to experiment merging some of the content pillar ideas with this too, and just coming up with a stronger social media strategy. But for now, I am just picking and choosing some of these bits that I've been finding to help inform my social media content. As I said, I want it to be as meaningful as I can make it. So in addition to this, I am starting to use this book more and more. So not just for when I write the posts, but for when I'm planning too. So I really am trying to get a range of categories in this month, but I am releasing my prequel short story to my newsletter subscribers. So a lot of posts will focus on that. And actually in the book, Bethany has a release in the month that she's talking about. So it's actually been quite helpful to see how she does that when I've got a release too. So when I have these ideas down, I then head to my Instagram page and to the saved section, because this is where I save reels I like, audios I enjoyed, and so on. And then this is where I start boiling down to the specifics of what a post may be. I usually write on my calendar the audio name and a quick heading in the hopes that I have any clue what I was thinking about when I come to making the actual posts, but spoiler alert, I don't. I want to get a specific social media notebook to record those specifics down, but I haven't dug one out yet. But I do think it will be helpful to go into more detail so that when I come to actually batch making the posts and the reels, I actually know what I was talking about. But I love using my calendar because it means I get an overall month picture view. And if you've been following me for any length of time, you'll probably know that I like having that big picture overall view. So once I have a list of ideas I'd like to use, I plug them into the calendar, as I said, and that, my friends, is my month planned. So when I schedule my time on social media, I usually plan a week in depth. So by this I mean I just write out the post caption into a Word document, just a table, and then batch make or film the content. It means that when I come to post, I usually have something I can copy and paste over, tweak if necessary, and then post. Voila. I am a busy mum of 2 children, so this means that when I am posting my content, I'm not having to think about the actual content and getting that right. I can just post and then be present in the comments, or as much as possible. So I hope you enjoyed today's video and found it helpful. If you did, please like this video and consider subscribing. I'd love to have you here again, where we talk more about being an author and all the ups and downs that brings. I'd also love to know any resources you might use to plan your content, so please drop those down below so I can go and check them out. Okay guys, I'll see you next time. Bye!